And now, this is what you've been waiting for. Michigan Mike's College Picks. Welcome back, everybody, to Week 10 of Michigan Mike's College Picks. I'm your co-host, Mr. Michigan Mike. Over here to the left is Mr. P.L. Coulter. What's up?
What's going on, Michigan Mike?
Man, so we had a good weekend, huh?
Yeah, it was a great weekend of college football again.
And LSU won.
LSU.
Man, I try to tell everybody. No one believed me.
Hey, man, the people believed you, man. They believed you.
So I want to start off with, I guess, the playoff picture started coming alive with the committee releasing their first time ever of their top 25. Actually surprised. Marshall was not on the top 25.
That is very surprising to be undefeated this late in the season.
I would at least put them around 15. I mean, for the first time. I mean, there's only 3 undefeated teams left. And, I mean, Marshall, I know they don't play a very competitive schedule as far as the Big 5 conferences, but they're still undefeated. I mean, That's still hard to do.
Right.
So I would at least give them a shot to put them at 15. The significance of not ranking them is going to hurt because, say, throughout the season, if there's 2 or 3 lost teams in the top 4 playoffs and you have this undefeated team, like, there's no way they can catch back up unless they start ranking them really high. But it's going to be hard for Marshall to get back on the top 4.
Especially not being ranked this late. Sounds like the Power 5 is up to something on that one.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that the power committee is all about the Power 5 conferences.
Right, they're trying to send a message.
Yeah, so let's go through their top 10. We'll start at the bottom. They had Notre Dame at 10.
Can we stop right there, Michigan Mike?
Yes, we can.
I mean, can you?
That is crazy.
I mean, I know we're going to get to your list, and I'm dying to hear your list as well.
Yeah, but we can talk about that's low. I mean, even people were just like, wow. I mean, they were literally 1 pass interference away from winning that game.
Right.
And beating number 2 Florida State.
And it wouldn't have been a shock if you watched that game. They were more physical on both sides of the ball in that game. Yeah.
They were dominating the whole game and ended up being pass interference, offensive call. And they ended up losing that game. But it was a really close game, so I'm very surprised that they had them at number 10.
Right.
Maybe they'll move them up as the season goes on. Number 9, they have Kansas State. Number 8, they have Michigan State. Number 7, they have TCU. Number 6, they have Alabama. Number 5, they have Oregon. And this top 4 is crazy. Number 4, they have Ole Miss. Number 3, they have Auburn. Number 2 is Florida State. And number 1 is Mississippi State. That's crazy. 3 SEC teams in the top 4.
Right. And they're all in the same division, right?
Yep.
Right. Yeah. So very, very interesting indeed.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, okay, so I'll go through mine so then I can talk about more in the rankings.
Right on.
My number 10 is Georgia. Number 9 is TCU. Number 8 is Ole Miss. Number 7, I have Auburn. Number 6 is Michigan State. Number 5 is number 5 is Oregon. Number 4 is Notre Dame. Number 3 is Florida State. Number 2 is Alabama. And number 1 is Mississippi State.
Okay, so we've already gotten your view on Notre Dame in their case to be number 4, so it's not surprising on your list.
Yeah.
Now, Alabama at number 2.
Yeah, I mean, I know they already have a loss, but as far as the 1-loss teams, they look the most impressive.
Right.
As far as waking up and like, we need to start having style points, which it looks like the committee's going to start to look at here. They just impressed me more. I know Texas A&M wasn't a quality win, but at least the teams that they're supposed to beat, they're beating them by like 30.
Right, and 59-0 against any team is pretty impressive.
Yeah, so, but the thing, I mean, my whole thing as far as the top 4, I don't think there should be if everyone has the same schedule, they shouldn't have 3 SEC teams in the top 4. That's just crazy.
Yeah.
Like, in my eyes, if you're a top SEC team, or say you got 2nd or 3rd in the SEC, like, you already obviously lost to these other teams.
Right.
Like, the whole idea of the playoff system was having different teams that don't play each other finally play each other to finally get a national championship.
Right, some balance. Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, I totally disagree with their top 4. So, I mean, we'll see how it plays out. It's still kind of early. It's kind of mid-season, so we'll see how this all plays out. A couple games that are coming up. I have On Thursday is actually going to be my upset alert. It's going to be Florida State at Louisville.
That's currently ranked 25, right?
Yeah. So Florida State's actually favored by 3.5, and it's going to be at Louisville, 6:30 on ESPN on Thursday. So everyone check that out. I think it'll be a close game.
It's something to be said about those Thursday night games where a heavy favorite team goes on the road. It's always bad news.
Yeah, definitely. We saw that with Ohio and Penn State.
Right.
Man. Anyway, so the next game I have is TCU at West Virginia. That's going to be at 2:30 on ESPN2. They have TCU favored by 5. I'm taking TCU on that one.
Right.
The next game is Auburn at Ole Miss.
Nice.
That's going to be at 6 p.m. on ESPN. They have Ole Miss favored by 2.5. I'm taking Auburn on this one. I like Auburn over Ole Miss. The Ole Miss didn't really impress me too much the past couple games that they played in, so I'm picking Auburn. All of our other picks or rankings, they must think that Auburn's a better team than Ole Miss anyways. So I guess I don't know why they have. That home field advantage, I guess they're giving them 2.5 points.
Didn't Ole Miss lose to the same LSU team that got destroyed by Auburn?
This is true. Yeah. So I guess and the who the hell cares game of the week. I guess people are going to start. Pac-12. I'm sorry, but your games start at 9:30.
I'm glad you said it because I was about to ask. I was like, that's kind of like 2 in a row. Is this a coastal thing, Mike?
This is Arizona at UCLA. They have UCLA favored by 6.5 at 9:30 on ESPN.
Right, but then again, who the hell cares, right?
Right. I'm picking UCLA on that one. But I wouldn't be surprised if Arizona pulled it out because they only have one loss and they did beat Oregon.
Right.
So they have their offense. They score some points.
They do.
All right, Paul. Well, it's this time for this segment.
Mike, do we have to this week?
Yeah, we got to, man. We got to talk about the Michigan game. Michigan and little brother Michigan State, which is starting to grow some muscle, little brother.
Right.
We got to hit that gym again. So, yeah, we ended up losing 35-11.
Right.
One thing, I don't think most Michigan fans did the same thing as we did. Going into the last minute of the first half, Michigan State was driving. They're on the goal line. They didn't get in, so time was running out. They were going to get in.
Right.
There was a minute left. We had 3 timeouts left.
3.
And camera goes to Brady Hoke, and he has his arms crossed. The whole thing that he does. Why not call timeout?
Can you please? You're a little more, you're a little more into the college football scene than I am. So maybe you can help me out with this. Is there a competitive advantage to not calling the timeout there? But
the only thing I can think of is if he just wants to go in halftime. But
why?
At least try something. If you turn over the ball, okay. At least you're gonna try.
At least you're gonna try. We literally saw the time tick away with timeouts remaining.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. You have 3 timeouts left. Call timeout. They're gonna score next play. You have a whole minute to try to do something and try something new, and then you can have a break in halftime to discuss something that did or didn't work.
Right, and your season is going nowhere fast. What do you possibly have to lose? Michigan, Mike, should he be coaching this Saturday? I'm gonna just ask you straight up.
No, I told everybody that he should be fired a long time ago, but Michigan's not going to do that.
We got too much class.
But from what I hear,
a
lot of the Michigan students are giving away their tickets.
It is homecoming, Mike.
Yeah. Hey.
No, Mike, you're Michigan, Mike. You're the face of the fan.
Why would they be there though? If they're not listening to the students, what investment do they have to this team that they're not listening to? They want a new athletic director. They want a new coach.
Right.
Coaches.
Right.
Right. So why not? They're not doing anything for them. They're just gonna go tailgate and party.
Right.
That's what I would do.
And Auburn is a very, very fun place to party.
It is very fun. Yes. Yeah. So if you have any other questions on any picks or anything that we did not discuss on the college show, then you can always reach me at Michael Hasso. That's MichaelJasso. And you can always reach my co-host at.
PL Culture, that's PLCOLTER.
And remember, you played to win the game.
Go Blue.